Now, you must be very excited.
I am excited.
Now, you look very young in person.
People always say that.
You look, what, 15, 16?
Maybe.
Can we tell the people at home how old you actually are?
Yes, I'm 20.
That is correct. Now, we know you from the movie that you just finished shooting. It is finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. So Arthur Fisher, the great director, who you probably know from his movies such as Marion and The Man Who Dreamed, was casting for his new movie, Ambrosio. And so instead of casting a recognizable face, he wanted to find some fresh talent. So he put the word out and saw, how many was it? 10,000?
I think it was over 20,000.
20,000. Mm-hmm. He saw 20,000 girls, and long story short, he picked you.
Yes.
And you'd never acted before.
Not on the screen. I had done modeling, and I liked the theater. Yeah.
That is amazing. Mm-hmm. I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Yes, so I play Matilda, and, well, I don't want to spoil things too much. She's a young woman who sneaks into a monastery disguising herself as a monk, and then there's a lot of drama and magic and intrigue.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Marissa Marcel as Matilda, a woman disguised as a young monk. Here we go.
Oh my God.
The same magic that powers this lens can also grant you what you wish.
How so?
You remember the night that I was to die, when we took to St. Clair's sepulchre? That night, I performed a rite. I summoned a fallen angel to aid me.
What have you done?
Wow. Quite a role for your first movie.
Well, Mr. Fisher was quite the teacher.
Now I heard he can be quite demanding.
Well, you know, he has an idea of the picture in his head, and nothing is going to come between him and that, not even the actors.
And this is Mr. Fisher's first film with nudity, correct?
Yes, well, you know, he felt that a modern motion picture should reflect the times.
And you filmed this in Europe?
Correct.
They go for that in Europe, the nudity.
Yes, our producer said, we are born naked, and if we are lucky, we die naked. So why not shoot the movie naked?
Well put.
He kept his clothes on.
And the picture is out soon?
I hope so.
Yeah, and now, you're not in New York only to talk about Ambrosio, but you're filming another picture.
That's right, yes, with John Jurek, who was the director of photography on Ambrosio. We're writing it together.
That is amazing. You are smarter than you look. I'm kidding. So what is this movie about?
So it's called Minsky, and it's about an artist who is killed, and the suspect, the number one suspect, is his muse. That's the part I play. And there is a detective investigating, and he falls for her.
Well, I can't blame him.
Well, he has a cop mindset, and it's really about the clash between the artists, how they live, and this cop mindset, the conservative mindset, I guess. He is surprised by how messy the lives of artists are.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We've had some on the show. Mr. Warhol. Have you met Mr. Warhol?
Oh, yes, we've met.
Yes, we had him on the show, and he hardly spoke. Such a towering figure, and yet such a small, quiet man in person. You know, but his superstars, though, that's what he calls them, superstars. They are quite playful.
Yes, we'd like to put some of them in our movie.
Well, just make sure you've got a chaperone. And you like New York?
Oh, yes, I love it. The people are so interesting.
All right, well, we've got to take a short break here. Do you mind reading this out for us?
Now, marvelous magic will turn the next 60 seconds into a commercial.
Magic indeed.
Do you like it?
It's wonderful. How is it being on the other side of the camera, Herr Director?
He thinks that if he gives you presents, he'll let him make you one of his superstars.
Andy, I do believe you've made John jealous with your gift.
Marissa was already a star before she came to town. I'm just being nice.
Well, that's good to hear. I intend to make Marissa a star for more than 15 minutes.
You boys, you're being so macho with each other. Why don't you just make it up and kiss? There is nothing more cinematic than a kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss.
Okay, no.
And I thought you liked blue movies. This is a screen test for Minsky.
When I call up your name, just tell us about yourself, and we will see if the camera loves you. Susie?
Hi, I'm Susie. I am a wholesome country girl who came to New York City to make it big. However, I fell in with a bunch of degenerate artists and shucksters. They told me I was going to be a star, but they only play my pictures at the Times Square movie theaters. Don't give me that look, Drella. I think this could be my big break. I intend to steal the movie.
Eddie?
I'm Eddie, and I'm told I'm photogenic on account of my big, brown eyes. I'm excited to meet Douglas Simons. Seeing him in a loincloth fighting gladiators was a big artistic influence on me growing up.
And I'm Debbie.
You didn't wait your turn.
I thought you were done. You're done.
Debbie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm from a very well-to-do family back in France.
Faisais-tu partie de l'Ancien Régime?
Ah, ma famille a grimpé l'échelle sociale après que le guillotine eut fini son travail. D'accord. I moved to New York City with my brother after I was kicked out of school for trying to put on a play about the Jesus fucking Mary Magdalene. I make a lot of religious art, mostly centered on the body. I figure if God is anywhere, he isn't here. Is this a religious movie?
No, that was the last one.
Where you played the devil?
Where I played the devil.
Oh, now that is a hell I can get behind.
I think you're all wonderful. John is going to love you.
Marissa, is it true you never posed for paint?
No, never.
Oh, you are a natural. Just don't kill me like you do the artist in this movie.
You'll have to cut that out.
Oh, is that a twist?
No, I like to keep things ambiguous. Speak of the devil, artist himself has arrived.
Good to see you, John. Hello, everybody. Thought I'd drop in to take a look at my handiwork. You know, I have played an artist twice before, so I'm already pretty damn good at pretending how to paint. Oh, no. I prefer the illusion.
Douglas.
Enchanted. You know, I will take advantage of you being frozen in place to steal a kiss. I have heard great things about you. I can see they're all correct. You know, John, I did meet Picasso once before. It's very short and rude. He did do me a sketch on a napkin. I'm just waiting for him to die, so it'll be worth something.
You don't care for it?
Oh, no. I am not a fan of cubism. It just seems inherently wrong to take a beautiful woman and turn her into a bunch of triangles. Got that from your documentary? I don't want to be dismissed as a cultural heathen. You know, John, I was thinking, I'd like to make a few requests. Since this film is named after him, I feel like we should make Minsky a little more sympathetic.
So, this is a chemistry test, Mr. Greenwood.
Usually when I do a chemistry test, it's to see if the girl works with me. I feel under pressure.
You can relax. You're clearly very handsome and charismatic.
Thank you.
Do you think you can find a connection to the character?
To Goodman? Yeah, I'm sure.
Because Goodman is... well, Goodman is the one being seduced. But I guess you are more familiar with the role of the seducer.
Look, I can act.
I wanted to do this picture because I wanted to do something a little different. I feel like if I don't show the other side, I think with the whole studio setup that's on the way out. I don't want to do historical epics, you dig? I want to get in this new wave.
Has a woman ever said no to you, Carl?
And meant it? No, I don't think so.
What do you think about New York?
It's a dark kind of place, isn't it? Look, I'm a California boy through and through, and I know there's an after dark kind of thing you can point to there, but New York, it's a scary place. Driving in from the airport, I felt like I was descending into hell. It's exciting. Are we gonna run a scene?
We could. But I like getting to know you.
This is the scene.
Why did you agree to come out here and meet?
Well, to be honest, I heard Mr. Dirk here's hot shit, and Douglas Simons has signed up. I see there's something happening here, but mostly I said yes, because you were a part of it. I think you're gonna be a huge deal, Miss Marcel.
Do you know how to kiss Mr. Greenwood?
Yeah, I believe I do.
I think there is chemistry here.
Station scout, station rooftop, scene 41.
Clear. Alone on the roof, Goodman reads the note by the pink New York sunset. Sun comes up over here?
Yep.
Okay. Then he takes out a lighter, lights it, and puts it to the paper. Uncertain, guilty, almost childlike, he burns the evidence. Silhouetted against the cityscape, he waits until the flame consumes the paper and scorches his finger. And finger and mouth to assuage the burn, he heads back into the building.
You're not as handsome as Carl, but it works.
I like it.
Location scout for Minsky studio exterior.
Okay, scene 30. Police are pulled up, lights flashing, Goodman standing in the street, wrapped in a dressing gown, his makeup smear on his face. Franny is with him.
Have you convinced Carl to wear a dress yet?
Watches as police officers escort Olga out onto the street and into a waiting cop car. And she comes from here. Walker comes from here.
Walker approaches. Jesus fucking Christ, Goodman.
Should we go inside?
She waits outside. I don't even want to know what the fuck this is. Goodman and Walker walk towards the apartment as Franny gives Walker the finger.
Cat's inside.
I'll talk Carl around.
Yeah?
We're filming this?
Just for us. Action. Interior, interview room, day. Goodman points behind him at the photocopies.
Frankie Santora.
Billy Banner in the chair.
I know Frank Santini, Freddie Sendoza, Frank Scarlucci, but no Frankie Santora. You think this Frankie killed Minsky? They say he took Minsky's dick, probably grinding it into a powder and storing it for inspiration.
Beef. Goodman lets him stew.
You ever want to make more photos, Goodman? I'm here for you. I got some artistic ideas we could try out.
You said earlier you only photograph people you want to fuck.
Everything is sex, sir. You're in this room, I fucking us all because you're too buttoned up to just come out and fuck us. The shit you see, the things you must want to do to people, and you've got a gun. I just got a camera.
Door opens. Walker. Found him.
It was a pleasure.
The camera loves you, Carl. Keep going. I'll be Walker.
interior, station corridor, Goodman and Walker walk and talk.
There was a robbery there last year, so we pulled the names of the tenants. Your name rang a bell for me, so I dug out the file. Frankie Santora's on the list. I spoke to the janitor. Says Frankie's a tough guy, uses it as a fuck pad.
Hands Goodman an address on a piece of paper. They stop at a junction.
Sure you don't want me to ride along?
If it turns into... I'm just gonna snoop around. If it turns into Bonnie and Clyde, I'll call you.
Walker leaves, shaking his head. Goodman scans address again.
I like it. Have you ever said fuck on screen before?
I don't think I have, no.
It shows. Give me that line again.
You said earlier you only photograph people you want to fuck. You said earlier you only photograph people you want to fuck. Fuck.
Just the word. Fuck.
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 Fuck. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. You said earlier you only photograph people you want to fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Scout for Frankie's apartment exterior, scene 16.
This is his jacket. Feels nice. Goodman sits in the car watching the apartment, reading his book by flashlight, a biography of Caravaggio. Before the age of 25, the artist Caravaggio was sentenced to death for murder and fled Naples. He reads some more, turns the book on its side to take in a 2-page photo spread. Caravaggio never painted a female nude, and his sexualization of young men has led many to diagnose him as a homosexual. Sighs, shuts the book, checks his rearview mirror, checks his side mirror, sighs, takes a sip from his coffee, then notices movement on the street. A figure with a long coat, heavy bag. The figure walks into the apartment. Goodman pours his coffee out the window, screws the lid on his thermos. He waits a beat. Sees a light turn on the second floor. Santora's apartment. Quickly gets out of the car, jogs to the apartment, and cut. I'm going to seduce Carl Greenwood.
Scouting for Goodman's apartment. This is the bedroom.
So we're starting with that.
This is the bed.
Right. Carl, you get up out of bed. She's sleeping. You look at her. At this point, you fuck Marissa a lot. She just told you she's the killer, so this room will be fairly somber. All right, you walk to the bathroom. Out of the shower. Marissa, open your eyes and smile.
We don't get to see Carl showering. We just have to imagine.
Okay, back to sleep. All right, Goodman walks back in, puts on his cop clothes, and kisses sleeping Fred. I don't think this place is nice enough. Yeah, this is not good. Let's move on.
You prefer this to 7th Street?
It has a little more texture. Okay, scene 9, we see Goodman walking along, poking, cop work. The alley here is good, he can duck in, right here. Goodman doubles back to the studio. Decides to go in.
Is Franny coming to the door naked?
No, I think a robe. It has to be seduction.
Gillot was ordered to always be naked. It was a state of mind.
We can't have her scaring Goodman off. Maybe at the end of the scene.
I like that. She uses her body to get rid of him. It's powerful.
Goodman takes out his skeleton keys and goes up the steps. Then we cut inside.
I like this street, but I prefer the door on the other one. Do you love it? It's my natural color.
I like it.
I love it. Too much hair is like you're dragging your past around with you. When I look at someone, I like to see their skull.
Fucking weird.
You're weird. I will now interview the hot new director, John Jurek.
Hi.
John, what is your process? How do you visualize a movie before you shoot?
Trying to visualize less, actually. I want to set up the ideas and characters and then shoot them like a documentary. I want to capture something alive, you know. Now we can shoot on location, we can shoot freer.
Do you sleep with all your actresses?
As a rule, yes. An artist should be familiar with his material.
Well, then you should fuck Carl, too. Otherwise, you're as bad as Minsky.
We all know what happens to Minsky. Okay. Enough with the camera.
Jealous. You know why they call him Drella? Dracula and Cinderella. Isn't that perfect?
Rehearsal on scene 6.
The warehouse, large studio space full of art and young people. A sofa in the middle of an open space, lounging on Holly Honey, Leland Ganner, and Lottie Cole. Goodman, you want Franny's alibi to check out, and you let your guard down because one you like you.
Detective Goodman.
Holly Honey,
Franny said you'd be coming.
would you be happy to answer a few questions?
Honey doesn't like cops. And none of us like cops.
Cops think we're deviants. They like to beat up on deviants.
Well, I'm not most cops.
I fucked a cop once. He stuck his stick in my ass.
So, you approve of deviants?
I like art.
You like art. If you knew about artists.
They're the worst.
Are you wearing a wire?
No, I don't need a wire. I got a notepad.
Oh, write it down.
What?
We hate cops.
Okay, so Franny was here Wednesday night?
Oh, yes, we had ourselves a big party.
Oh, the whole night? What time did she leave?
She stayed here, on this very sofa, bare ass naked.
Did you take any photographs of the party?
You like taking photographs, Mr. Detective?
So
Lovely.
barefoot. Well, what is it you're looking for?
Oh, thank goodness I'm most uncomfortable.
Oh, I feel pretty uncomfortable.
Okay, we're in the lieutenant's office. We start on one of the Polaroids from the warehouse. We come out. And go.
they stuck these on all the patrol cars on 6th Street. It's not a good look.
They're trying to piss us off.
Well, it's working.
You like all this art stuff, right? Minsky, too.
What does it have to do with anything? I was there following up her alibi.
You're saying her to avoid saying her name. She's under your skin already. Yeah.
I was there following up her alibi.
Look, if you want off of this, you can. Walker can take primary.
It's clear the girl did it. Franny, her alibi's crap. A bunch of junkie artists. They don't even know what week it is. His dick was chopped off. Of course it's the girlfriend.
I delivered deliver it to the lieutenant, but hit Goodman on Franny and girlfriend.
It's clear the girl did it. Franny, her alibi's crap. But a bunch of junkie artists. They don't even know what week it is. His dick was chopped off. Of course it's the girlfriend.
No, it's my case. There's no evidence she did it.
But there's none that she did.
All right, Goodman, regain composure. Being calm is your superpower. You got this.
So I work the case. It's what I do. If you're done wasting my time, it's what I'd like to get back to.
This is a red ball. I had the mayor and his cultural commissioner chew my ear off. Don't screw me on this one, Goodman.
I got his diary. The killer's in it, I'm sure. He was meticulous with names. There's a code in there, too. I haven't figured it out yet.
But you will. I see that in your eyes. And a Ruby?
Knock, knock. Can I borrow Detective Goodman?
Yeah, he's all yours. Ruby, who do you think offered the artist?
Mr. Minsky?
Yeah.
His girlfriend?
Walker smiled at Goodman. And we cut.
What do you think?
Works. I think Marissa looks sexy in whatever she wears.
I need to pull these off pretty quick in the scene.
I can loosen them up for that scene or have a second pair.
The top works great, though.
What about a princess?
Ready?
There'll be makeup on the day.
It's fucking sexy. Don't we make a great couple? Smile, love.
You ever cross-dressed before, Carl?
No, sir.
Just an apple pie eating, football playing California boy.
An American classic.
Why don't you two go take a test drive for the outfits?
Oh, yes.
How so?
Well, you know, go grab some drinks on Gino's dollar. Take a walk in the wild.
Come on.
She's gonna eat him alive.
Scene 1, rehearsal. Floor of Minsky's studio. We pan across. You're breathing. See the feet of a naked man up his legs. A woman. She rocks on top of him. Her hands on his chest. To his face. His hands are tied off screen. His face is covered in plaster with a breathing tube. We sit on this strange face a while. Above this, we see our titles.
Mr. Director, are you sure you want this naked?
Of course. It's erotic.
Let me tell you, there's nothing erotic about a naked man.
You think?
Male body looks best clothed. Well, the female, it's another matter entirely.
I disagree.
I made a lot of movies, John, so I have some experience here.
We're making a different type of movie.
It's always shock value at first, and things settle down. Seen a few new waves in my time.
Scene 18, rehearsal, action.
It's the real stuff. Now you know 4 of my names. I only know 1 of yours. I came to collect some clothes and toast him goodbye.
Frankie and Minsky.
Both.
What is this?
Nothing sinister. Kinky, maybe. Just a little. He used to come here and we'd have sex. Where Minsky comes from, they didn't really do this. It helped him to compartmentalize it.
Did Minsky dress up too?
Yes, he was the girl. Like all pitchers, he was really a catcher inside. When he was fucking someone, he was only really fucking himself. Everything was about him.
Did everyone know about Frankie?
No. This was something he trusted me with.
You ever wonder why he was so sure of you?
He knew I loved him in my way.
He told me you hated him.
Yes, that too. Both. You want to understand how this worked? You trust me?
What do you want me to do?
Nice. And we cut to Club 88 sequence.
We're gonna need another bottle.
Rehearsal, scene 29.
Minsky's studio. There's a heater in the middle of the room. Goodman, you're drying out, half dressed from the chase in the rain, half in your drag from the club. Brandy approaches, wrapped in a big sheet with a bundle in her hands.
Decadence suits you.
You think Olga did it?
I lied about burning your letters. I told Minsky I did, but I kept them. Wanted to preserve her voice for posterity.
What's in them?
She loved him. She begged him to take her back. But she also remembered the bad stuff. She gave a necklace he made her as a gift to a friend. He was so angry he put a cigarette out in her face. If you look in his green portrait 32, you can see the burn mark. He painted it in. Olga was 15 when they met. In the same way he repainted and repainted to reduce his paintings to pure form, he broke his girls down until they were the forms he wanted. But when he's done with you, you have nothing left. The rest of the world is just negative space.
Was he done with you?
No. I was different. I was done with him.
You slowly, tenderly make love. Sitting up in the glow of the heater. Okay. Let's make this exploratory conversation. Marissa, how would you want Carl to touch you if this were you?
He should kiss my neck and shoulders, then pull my hair.
Carl, how would you want Marissa to touch you?
This is all good. I mean, let me think about it. Okay.
Goodman looks out the studio window. He stops. sees Olga in the window across the street, looking directly in the studio. Goodman is dumbstruck. Sorry, I was trying to react. And we cut. Alright, scene 14, Marissa reading for Susie's part. We cut the interrogation room, pieces of photocopied diary, pages stuck to the wall behind Goodman. Frankie Santora. Goodman's waiting for an answer. Opposite him, Holly Honey. She's pretending to think about the question.
Frankie could be a woman's name or something else. A lot of people come and go in our crowd, but I don't remember a Santora.
What kind of people?
People who work in the arts. Painters, sculptors, models, murderers.
Minsky ever get into anything with anyone at the warehouse?
Minsky didn't come in that often. He looked down on us. He even told Franny to stop coming by. He took her under his wing when she was 17 and didn't want us expanding her horizons too much. Franny expanded her own horizons plenty. She was already painting before she met him.
Minsky Franny ever mention Frankie? Santora?
I told you I never heard that name before. But everyone has more than one name. I wasn't born Holly Honey, you know. Frankie Santora sounds like a drag act or a gangster. Maybe you should try Club 88. Plenty of both there.
And cut.
The real Susie will be far worse. I'm just warming you up.
Rehearsal, scene 31, Olga's apartment. A team of 2 detectives and Ruby are searching the place. Ruby points Goodman to a collection of photos on the wall.
Art appreciation time.
Collage of nude male body parts with Minsky's face on it, where the genitals should be a splash of red.
Does this work as a confession?
It's art.
Also?
Holy shit.
Find a basket.
Still looking.
Wow.
I thought I told you to keep it out of
Don't
this.
worry about it. I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you at the station tomorrow. You got this, right?
I am ready to wake up from this dream.
Alright. When you walk out, let's figure that out.
Yeah, the script says I hold her hand, right?
Exactly.
Would I do that? Is it like a boyfriend, girlfriend? Is it like a parent dragging a naughty child out there?
Can I put my hand out for you to hold? I'm the provocateur.
I like that.
That's right.
I'll see you at the station tomorrow. You got this, right?
I am ready to wake up from this dream.
I like it. Right, we want to amp up the coziness as much as we can. We're about to hit him with a Goodman apartment sequence. Right. All right, scene 26. We'll just run through the beats here. We've come from the bathroom sex. Goodman runs out here into the club floor. Olga is already on the dance floor, headed for the back exit. Pushing past the dancers, knocked left and right, struggles Franny is behind him. Olga is out the door already. Goodman pushes off the dance floor, sprints to the door, blam! Into the alleyway. It's raining. Goodman takes Franny's hand, and they chase Olga's silhouette as it leaves the alley. Bursting onto the street after Olga, Olga heads down the subway. They chase. Goodman falls. Franny pulls him up. We cut into the subway. Goodman and Franny run out onto the platform just as the train starts to pull away. Damn it! Forget about Olga. Take a look at each other. See that it's funny. In your club clothes, half dressed, soaked to the skin.
Soaked to the skin?
3, 2, 1.
That's it. Don't move.
'43A, take 3. Action. Thinking about the time that has passed. You're hollow. You're not even sure you want to go to the gallery, but your feet are taking you there. You're almost there. Your feet have brought you here. Stop. You know where you are. Look at it. Take a step closer. Through the window, you see the show. You see the art. And most of all, you see Franny. She's more than you ever could be. She destroyed you, but you love her. Let the smile come. Cut.
Scene 44A, take 2.
Action. Ready. Cut. That's the end of the movie.
Was that enough?
You work out.
Scene 42B, take 4.
Action. All right, I want you to run the whole movie in your head. Beginning to end. Book is born. Your memories are stronger. And waitress?
I'll take that. What are you reading?
Embezzlement and white-collar crime.
Oh, that's no fun.
They're the real criminals.
I guess I like a juicy murder.
Ring. Hey, Goodman, it's for you.
Tell them I'm off duty. Somewhere I need to be.
Cut.
check the gate, and that's a wrap for today.
Oh, that was so much fun. Fantastic to work with you, Mr. Greenwood.
You can call me Carl.
Samson has been robbed of his strength. Do you feel like a new man?
I was starting to get used to the hippie look.
And now the shave. Your fans like you clean shaven?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a go? Mustn't cut his throat. We only have the ending, that's not enough. Just a nick. I'll grab a tissue.
Scene 42D, take 2.
Action.
That's not how Carl holds his cigarettes.
It is now. Cut.
Alpha, take 2.
Action. What can you do? What should you do? Are there 2 parts to Goodman's mind or just one? What do you want? Are you in love with Marissa? Are you really? You have to let Olga go. But what then? Drink the coffee and go. Cut!
You want one with the background? We have them here.
No, I like seeing Goodman alone.
Scene 2B, take 4.
I will keep running this until we've knocked the charisma out of you, Carl. Goodman is as handsome as you are, but he's less aware of it. Action.
All done?
A couple 100 pages left.
All that reading, you'll go blind. I personally believe you learn more psychology in a week working tables than you do reading a textbook.
Deviant psychology, though?
This is New York.
How about a wager?
Another game.
Next customer walks in, we both write down which table they're gonna pick.
Deal. Where you get your shirts? They're nice.
Kensington Tailors on 12th Street.
I picked them up for my brother.
They're expensive.
That's okay. My brother's more of a tracksuit and vest kind of guy. Oh, hey, Tony. I got a table for you right over here. Yep, right here. I'll get you some coffee, okay? No hard feelings. All's fair in love and war.
It was a draw.
Jesus. You're the deviant. Ugh. Anyhow, I don't date cops.
Ring, ring. Hey, Goodman. Phone call for you. The precinct.
Cut. That's good. Ready to move on to the standing close-ups? Miss Perkins, you can flirt with Carl now.
Okay. Hey, you need some change?
Buy your brother a shirt.
How's filming going on your motion picture?
That's good. We shot the end first, now we're shooting the beginning. I like the character. He's a guy who's ruined by a woman. How did John put it? Hollowed out.
Is it novel to see a story where a woman uses and abandons a man?
I guess it's like a noir.
But here, Franny's not the bad one.
I guess that's the challenge with the filmmaking, how to make her a murderer and sympathetic.
The great miracle of this world is that women do so little murdering.
You should put that in the movie.
And Miss Marcel, a question for you. What does Carl Greenwood taste like? Good question.
That is a good question.
His mouth tastes like watermelon and whiskey. His sweat tastes like salted butter from Brittany. And his seed tastes like a Kumamoto oyster. Freshly shelled.
Scene 4A, take 3.
Action on background.
Wander, but let the tide pull you into frame. Action. Someone here already knows you're dead.
Are you a buyer?
Not tonight. I'm a cop. Marissa? Cut. Loved it. That was simple.
I think you got it. Everyone freeze. We want to get some room tone before we move on.
Action.
Are you a buyer?
Cut.
Hill slate. Scene 3D, take 2.
Background. Stay quiet. Ignore them. When we hear I'm a homicide detective, slowly start to look over and create a small buzz.
Scene 4B, take 3.
Action. Was he a genius?
Undoubtedly.
You think they'll still think that in 100 years?
As long as rich men like buying paintings of naked girls. Yeah.
What kind of art do you like, Miss?
Franny. I like art that touches infinity. This. Not this. I like fucking, I just don't think it's great art. Do you want to go get a drink somewhere else?
Oh, I'm working. I'm a homicide detective. I'm here because we found Minsky. Dead. I particularly wanted to tell you that before everyone else to see a reaction. He was a difficult man.
I guess someone will interview me for the book they write about his life. I will tell them that he was okay. They won't ask about me.
When was the last time you saw him? Alive?
Yesterday, breakfast.
You two were lovers?
He was his own lover. I was his muse. First I stayed because you needed me to.
We should talk somewhere more private. About the station.
Will you drive me?
I'll have an officer drive you. I'll walk to you.
Cut. Love it. Love the chemistry. Should we do 2 shots on the side?
Hear that? We got chemistry.
Can we reset the champagne?
Hi. Come join me on this behind the scenes of our movie, Minsky. This is where we're shooting The Warehouse, which is where a lot of the artists hang out in the story. My character Franny comes here sometimes. She's a muse and an artist herself. We've been working a lot with artists in the New York scene. They have a lot of interesting ideas about how art is made, what art is. A person can be art if they're packaged right.
I'm very excited to meet Douglas Simons. I'm a big fan.
Billy really likes gladiator books.
Tell us about Franny.
Franny is an interesting character. I think she's more of a modern woman than I am. I would like to be modern like her.
What makes Franny modern?
Good question. I think there's not... She doesn't have a single moral hang-up. She's not ashamed, and she's willing to... well, to kill the old way of doing things. She's killing it and moving on. Perhaps I shouldn't say that.
Okay, we'll strike that. How is this movie different from your first movie? Do you feel like you've grown?
Yes, for sure. Well, I think the movies are also different. In Ambrosio, I was playing someone quite radical, but she was an idea, a fantasy of a sort. But Franny, I want to put some flesh and bones on the idea. She's a human being, most of all. I think that's what makes her so modern. She's very present. She exists in the moment in a way that's hard for a lot of us to achieve.
Great. Let's cut here.
Scene 22B, take 1.
Action. Cue, Billy.
Well, someone didn't waste too much time. Minsky's body is still warm.
Oh, sorry.
We're the wrong way around.
All right, keep rolling from the top. Action. Billy?
Well, someone didn't waste too much time. Minsky's body is still warm.
You look different, detective. Did you lose your virginity?
Detective Goodman thinks that Minsky's ex is in town. Olga Rachnoff?
And here's me thinking this is a social call.
Is he still a cop?
I think so.
Have you seen Olga? I saw her at the Minsky show. She was wearing some special earrings, Minsky originals.
She's Minsky's type. Eastern European beauty queens with nice tits. No offense, Franny. I think I've seen her around.
I've seen her in '88. She sits at the bar and eyeballs everyone coming in.
88.
Oh, you're gonna like this.
Ah, that line. 88. Is it me or is it the line? Club 88? But what's an 88?
Do we need it?
How did I see it in the reads?
We can just pick this up in the close-up, right, John?
Yes, Marissa, cut.
Scene 5B, take 1.
Carl. Marissa isn't wearing any panties. Action.
Now you can proposition me.
You argued with him yesterday morning?
Most mornings. It was how he woke up. With a grudge and a heart on.
His diary doesn't mention any kind of argument. On the days it does.
Do you need permission to read his diary?
No. We have to check in case he wrote and killed him.
want to do what to me?
For the record, those words were deliberate provocation.
Ruby confirmed the cause of death. Asphyxia. She puts the time of death at 11 p.m.
Should I be hearing this?
Did we get it right?
Hey, I've been here for a few hours. You should arrest me or give me something to eat.
Where were you last night?
I was at the warehouse. It's a studio, a hangout, a party. I crash there sometimes.
Write the address for me. Get us some food and take her home.
Is he a good detective?
He thinks he's the best.
Beautiful. Carl, I wasn't joking. Look at the table.
Scene 13C, take 2.
Action.
There's a lot of Frankies in New York. I don't usually ask for surnames. If you want to see Italian stars that Billy likes to watch for.
You tell me.
Do you like to watch detective? Seems like a very detective kind of kink, but you're not buff.
Detectives don't have time for kinks.
The job is the kink.
Frankie Santora.
Still nothing?
Cut.
Hey, can we go again? I was off there.
You saw that?
Carl Greenwood.
Yeah,
What's your real name?
that is my real name. Carl Greenwood Jr. My father was Carl Greenwood Sr.
Sounds like a movie name.
Didn't until I became a movie star.
Before you said there can be too much freedom. What kind of freedom?
Sexual freedom, political freedom, financial freedom. I feel like society needs some limits, rules.
I don't mean to be provocative, dear, but I wonder if it's seeing other people have freedom that worries you.
Is this,
How many women have you bedded, Carl Greenwood?
somewhere between 150 and 200 women?
So you appreciate the freedom to fuck 200 women, but would you be happy for those women to go and fuck 200 people? You're fine if I fucked every person in this room?
Well, have you?
You only live once.
Natasha. Wait, you're okay with this, Ken?
Why me? Am I the boss, Marissa?
You are.
You're a conservative slut, Carl.
If I was queer, you'd think I was a hero for that.
But you're not queer.
Okay, I'm gonna be happy when Douglas comes back and you can all pick on him for being a dinosaur.
Douglas gets a pass because he's an icon. To Douglas.
There he is.
41 abracadabra, take 1.
Action. Read it. They perverted you. She broke you, Carl. Got the lighter? It's the worst thing you've ever done. Shit.
Don't burn your fingers.
Guts. All right, let's go again. We got about 10 minutes of light left.
Scene 8A, take 2.
Settle down. Action.
We found plaster and some cloth fibers.
Someone made a mask of his face.
Before or after death?
Before.
They usually have a tube. We figure he let himself be cast, but the killer cut off the air supply. The penis was cut off post-mortem, though the condition of the corpus cavernosum and the amount of blood does suggest it was erect when this happened, so probably soon after death.
Jesus. When does a crime scene begin?
A crime scene begins at the point where the suspect changes intent into action.
And who had the intent?
Mentioned there about our muse?
Well, nothing incriminating. Some of it's in code, though.
Might just be doodles.
Always has his head in a book, missing what's right in front of his eyes.
I think he really thinks you didn't do it.
I think he wants to fuck her.
I don't think Goodman fucks.
Cut!
He's alive!
Scene 40B, take 3.
Action.
Lebanon's personal effects, minus an earring. There's a confession in there, huh?
Thanks.
Cut. .38A, take 2. Action. Taking Olga Lebenev to the interview room?
Sure, I can grab her for you. Now, she's quieted down since they brought her in. Screaming blue murder in Russian when she got here. Jesus fucking Christ!
Cut!
She must have hid the earring. Fucking hell.
She's dead?
She's dead. Looks sad.
She always looks sad in his paintings.
Oh, Christ. What a mess. Get to skip trial at least.
Blinked. Fuck. Sorry, Fail safe. Mm. 39C, take 3.
All right, let's break for lunch. We'll go get after it.
Breaking for lunch, hot set.
7.
One more time. I can freeze in here. You're gonna kill me.
Action. Show the briefs again. Do we need to lose him?
Oh, you got enough. We're done with this shot. No one is going to care whether or not I have briefs on. They're too busy looking at Marissa cavorting around.
Ruins the shot, Douglas. You lie there. I'll direct.
We're done.
We're going again.
No, I think not. Never in my career have I been expected to work like this. You, sir? You're not a director. You're a fucking pervert with a camera.
I think we need a new Minsky. But I have an idea.
My name is John Durick. I'm 6'3", 42 years old, and I will be auditioning for the role of Minsky.
Scene 33B, take 1.
You ready, Thomas? Keep it loose. Let Marissa lead you. Action. You are nothing without me. You will always be a footnote in my biography.
You didn't create me.
This doesn't feel right. Keep rolling. It's not just an argument, right? Let's take it to the bed. It's foreplay. It's a wrestling match.
Yeah, I love it.
We're just gonna go for it. Keep up. Okay. You ready? You are nothing without me. You will always be a footnote in my biography.
You didn't create me.
Yes, I did. I found you and I made you what you are. There are millions of pretty girls and I made you singular. You are as much a creation of Minsky as all these paintings.
Without me, you cannot paint. I will leave you, and I will sell my own paintings, and I will forget you, and you will be alone.
A model who paints is amusing, like a dog who walks on 2 legs. People will find you amusing for a while. It is impossible for you to be an artist.
I will kill you.
You lack the masculine power for that kind of violence. Let's fuck, and tomorrow you can apologize.
Tomorrow I will kill you.
Hey, cut!
Fuck Douglas Simon.
Fuck Douglas Simons.
Scene 3A, take 1.
All right, keep it loose, Marissa.
This is gonna be fun.
Action.
The scene's been trashed, rather than good evidence destroyed.
Would everyone below the rank of sergeant clear the hell out of here? Is that understood? I want no more than 3 cops in here. That's 3 living cops and a dead body. Unless there's more. Bodies, I mean.
Oh, I wasn't...
I'm sure you weren't.
So this guy likes tits, huh? I read in the paper he was fucking his model. She's not even half his age.
Genius doesn't age.
Yeah, I bet she did it. It's always the girlfriend.
Forensics.
Sorry, Detective. I bawled them out, but nobody listened. It was like a party when I got here. I even got a hold of someone who listened with the department.
Well, the department made a pretty good mess all by itself.
I spoke to the neighbor.
The one who discovered the body.
A guy with a girl's name, Allison. So Mr. Minsky was expected at a gallery event, but didn't show, so they rang and asked Allison to call in on him.
He friendly with the victim?
Says he modeled for him.
I thought Minsky only painted women.
He's got a girl's name. Says he was booked to come around tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so he was expecting to be alive tomorrow.
Big clue.
He wasn't expecting to be murdered. Good work. Dead, naked celebrity. Paul Goodman.
There's a missing penis, too. You're Mr. Sex Murder.
It didn't bleed much.
I figure the penis was cut off after the heart had stopped beating. The real cause of death was asphyxia. Given the nakedness and penis disfigurement, I say sexual asphyxia.
Well, I don't see anything to do with the asphyxiing. He didn't choke himself.
There's external signs of hypoxia, that he wasn't smothered or strangled. No defense marks, no bruises. I'm guessing mask or gag. They took the murder weapon away.
They always do.
Deviant psychology.
Indeed. Well, I'd better head off.
Already?
Allison said Minsky's expected at a gallery show. It's a perfect chance to canvass the suspects. I'll come back after.
I'll be here.
Be subtle, have 10 uncles for bear witness.
Blood, semen, hair, tissue, spittle, urine, feces, vomit.
There's a reason they invented a mnemonic for that.
Make sure you enter that book you picked up in the ledger.
Of course. I missed the protocol. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not break chain of evidence. Homicide investigation is a sacred mission from God. We speak for the dead who have no voice.
Cut! It's fucking great from down here. Should we do one more for fun?
I could do this all day.
Took a good bite out of that. Cut.
Sales? Scene 3D, take 2. Scene 10A, take 2.
Action.
You could have knocked. Would you like to come in?
Cut!
Help! She's crazy!
Too late. Action.
Scene 10B, take 1.
Do you think your audience will read something into your playing Minsky yourself?
This is the sort of thing audiences tend to do. Just hope they just don't assume I did it out of arrogance.
John Huston played no on his own movie.
Yes, but he's done that before. And that was De Laurentiis' movie, and he's John Huston. He'll assume I'm sleeping with you.
But you're a terrible man.
Ah, look who it is. My handsome co-star.
Long time no see.
Oh? What happened?
I'm really excited about this movie we're making together. John, Marissa.
No.
Scene 11B, take 2.
Action. What are you doing here?
I just came to pick up some things.
Saw the police tape.
My fingerprints are all over this place anyway. Not to mention my ass prints and tit prints. Is there such a thing as an ass print?
You came to pick up what?
Stuff that I made before they put his name on it. A portrait of the artist.
He looks unhappy.
He didn't like being looked at. Said my work was amateur.
Is that what he was working on before he died?
He was trying to reduce my face to pure form. He painted over each line 50 times to remove any meaning from it. The pure essence of Franny, just lines and colors. He liked my lines. But all the rest was a distraction.
That's vandalism.
Now it's worth more.
Did you ever read his diary?
I wrote it. Every morning he would have me read his letters to him, and then I'd write down his thoughts from the previous day.
But there's an entry from the day he was murdered.
If you've already guessed it, just say so, Detective. I found the body. I couldn't process it. I wrote the diary, got ready for the show, and headed out as if everything was fine.
When you found the body, was there a mask? Some kind of mask?
No. He was naked, there was blood. First I thought it was a game. Sometimes he would act weak, so I wouldn't want to leave him. But
Can I ask you about these marks?
I hope you didn't get too hung up on these, Detective. Each mark shows that we had sex. The symbols show the type and frequency. Vanilla, we both came. Oral, both came. Rope play, we came. Anal.
Okay.
You asked.
He was active for an older man.
Minsky and the rest, art is a procreative endeavor, a masculine act. To paint me, he had to fuck me. To paint me fully, he had to fuck me.
Fully? Whoever killed Minsky cut off his penis.
How about you, Detective? Do you need to fuck me to decide if I'm guilty?
Who is Frankie Santora?
I don't know.
His name appears 12 times in the diary, and he doesn't show up in any records, so...
Maybe he was one of Minsky's dealers. One I never met.
Well, you wrote it.
It's just a name. You should go now. I'm about to go to sleep. I sleep naked.
I'll be in touch.
What's your name?
Goodman.
Your first name?
Detective.
Cut.
Scene 19B, take 3.
I'm gonna make you live forever.
This is not
Don't
something.
talk. Take your shirt off. It's getting in the way of the lines and colors. Now the rest of it. You know, Minsky used to insist I walk around the studio naked at all times, so he could absorb my form. I was only allowed to sunbathe nude because tan lines ruined everything. Off. How do you feel?
Self-conscious.
Don't worry. I'm only interested in your geometry. I would like to do something more sculptural.
Scene 20B, take 1.
Action.
You can't talk now. So hold up one hand for no, two for yes. Got that? It's gonna take a little while to dry. Shall we have some fun while we wait? To understand me and Minsky, you have to know what it feels like to completely give yourself over to another person. Are you ready to do that? It can be quite freeing to give yourself over to another person. Whether you live or die is in their hands. That takes the weight off. Breathing is a reflex action. We're never conscious of how close we are to just dropping dead and dying until we have to think about it. Art is about being aware of our mortality and then transcending it. You're obsessed with dead bodies. You spend all day with them. You're obsessed with the finality of death, but art is about looking beyond it. We know that death is just a transformation from one state to another. You're about to shoot a handful of your seed inside me, and that's new life, though it won't amount to much. The French call the orgasm the petite mort. And when you die, when you give yourself to another individual, you do die. As an individual, you give yourself to them. You become part of the work, part of their work, and...
God, that was intense. All right, don't cut yourself. Action. Cut.
I did.
Down slates? Scene 20D, take 1. Scene 20E, take 2.
Action. Around. Take it in. Now she holds the tube. You can't breathe. More panic. Release. Cut.
Scene 20F, take 1.
Action. Cut.
Scene 21A, take 1.
You ready now? Action.
Is it against the rules to make love to a suspect?
Is that making love?
It was art. We're in a studio. Everything that happens here is art.
How many pictures of you did he make?
He wasn't counting. It's been 4 years.
Is that one you? It looks different.
No, that's Olga. You can tell because she looks sad. He always painted her sad. She was Minsky's muse before I met him. She's crazy. But she's in Moscow. Minsky sent her back home. She writes him every week. He used to make me read the letters to him. Thought I could learn from Olga's example. Even after he abandoned her, she was devoted. But her recent letters were more angry.
She talks about killing herself. Are there others?
No, he made me burn them after I read them. But she's in Moscow.
Oh, those earrings. The face. I saw her at the gallery.
You sure? Her?
Yeah, that's her. She was at the show.
Cut. That was a little off. Carl, let Marissa lead things.
Scene 29C, take 2.
Action.
Decadence suits you.
You think Olga did it?
I lied about burning her letters. I told Minsky I did, but I kept them. Wanted to preserve her voice for posterity.
What's in them?
She loved him. She begged him to take her back. But she also remembered the bad stuff. She gave a necklace he made her as a gift to a friend. He was so angry he put a cigarette out in her face. If you look at his green portrait 32, you can see the burn mark. He painted it in.
Jesus Christ.
Olga was 15 when they met. In the same way he repainted and repainted to reduce his paintings to pure form, he broke his girls down until they were the forms he wanted. But when he's done with you, you have nothing left. The rest of the world is just negative space.
Was he done with you?
No, I was different. I was done with him.
Okay, let's go again from the top where the touch bartender is.
Scene 23C, take 3.
And action on background.
Action.
I don't see Olga. What are you drinking?
Did they have a 12-year-old Macallan?
Never mind, I'll pick. 2 Ferraris, please, and have you seen that Russian girl? A room full of your deviance. Minsky knew you had to become the thing you were trying to understand.
Also, art is an intellectual exercise. It requires distance.
You still think art is about ideas. He says Olga's been in here every night this week. She usually comes in around 9, so we've got some time to kill. I've got something to help it go down.
Benzoylmethylecinin.
Inspiration.
Cut. it's real coke.
Let's go again. Carl, keep it simple. Until he hits the coke and montage, keep your get buttoned up.
Reset on the drinks.
Scene 23E, take 1.
Action. Cut.
Scene 24A, take 1.
Action. Door. Ready, lead.
What was that? Scene 35E, take 3.
Action. Cut.
Scene 32A, take 2.
Action.
I don't have visitors very often. I mostly just sleep here.
This is not what I was expecting of a cop's apartment. You running a racket on the side?
I inherited it from my parents. They owned a chain of clothing stores, but they died when I was a teenager.
So you're rich. And you chose to be a cop. Oh, Detective Goodman, you're more fucked up than I thought.
It's an original.
Yeah, I know. It's me. You've had this all this time?
2 years.
I thought I was seducing you. Have I ever been more to you than this? You're seeing me through Minsky's eyes.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
Who were you fucking 2 hours ago?
I was fucking you.
And who do you think I am?
You're you.
Huh, what am I?
You're Franny.
I don't even know your first name. You don't know who I am. You don't know anything about me.
I know you.
No, you don't. You want to know who I am? I'm the one who killed Minsky. I told him I was going to leave him. He told me I could only leave him when he said.
Cut.
32D, take one. Scene 34B, take one.
Action.
Now you know what happened. Now you know who I am. You still like it? It's a little more complicated than her.
It's complicated.
Isn't this what you're looking for? A confession? Now you can close the case.
No, I can't close the case.
I'm touched. But your first name is Detective.
It's Alan. The cop out of me doesn't need to know everything Alan knows.
You can do that?
I think so.
And Olga?
Cut.
Work with me here. I need a minute.
It's a difficult scene.
What's up? You were all over Carl when you started. Now, what happened? Give me something. Is this gonna be a problem for the movie? Listen aloud.
He's not who you think he is.
Scene 17A, take one.
Action. You know how to use that thing?
Frankie Santora?
It just went off.
Fuck, Jesus fucking Christ.
I feel very sad about what happened to Carl Greenwood. And I need to go away. I don't blame John or the crew or anyone else. I really wanted this film to be good. But it didn't work out. Sorry, everyone.
Well, I'm excited to see this new movie.
Well, you have to tell me what you think.
Yeah, must feel like a new start for you. Can you talk about what happened with your previous movie?
Now, I'm sure everyone here has read about this or heard the gossip. I was making a movie in New York.
Your first as director?
Yes. At the time, I'd done quite a bit of work as a director of photography. This was my first. It would have been a superb movie. There was an accident on set, and an actor called Greenwood was unfortunately injured and later died. After that, we felt it was in everyone's best interest that we stop the movie. We decided not to finish.
And this movie also starred Marissa Marcel, and I gather it put a stop to her career. They say she's become a recluse.
I don't want to speak for Marissa, but I think recluse may be inaccurate. Because she didn't choose the court celebrity, I just think that makes her normal. I don't really think she disappeared or anything. She just chose a different life.
Have you met with Marissa since that movie?
I've not.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a commercial here, and when we come back, we will have some amazing new music.